Start with 1 hour chart. Before I start the analysis, just I want to highlight that I received the comments. Traders, they cannot see the notification, they cannot receive the notification, or they cannot find the latest update. Anyway, I created Telegram, and mostly whatever the video I share on the YouTube, I shared the link on Telegram. Then made they can join the Telegram. At least from there they can receive the notification or fast. I mean, they can find the video. Even I share on Twitter, and beside that I create the playlist. From the playlist they can find the updated the video fastest. I mean, if they're looking for the XRP, at least they can go to the XRP, and they don't need to search on main web main page. And right now we start with 1 hour chart. If we refer to our analysis, we mentioned we can expect the price to break the previous low. That's why I mentioned this one can turn to a flat as what we expected the price drop. That's why I was keep highlighting, if we want to look for buy, the best option, let the price drop, then from there we can look for divergence. That's why I mentioned if you wants to buy within this one, we need to be careful. And if we see the price is not moving, we should take out the trade in break even. By the way, there was no trade setup to look for after we get this move, because the only way to have entry above this. And as we can see the price drop, and now we want to see whether the price can break 1.34 or not, because we mentioned we want to see the reversal before the price break 1.34. It doesn't mean the price have to reverse. All right, the best thing is if the price reverse at around 1.34. Okay, now we want to see how we can look for trade. First, we start with daily chart. As we can see, based on daily chart, we get a sharp move. There was no correction for continuation and the price drop. The reason is we mentioned we can expect the price consolidate here for a longer time. Now, the only question is how deep it can go. Because if we move to forward chart, when the price was even within this move, I was keep highlighting about this flat. We mentioned either the price can give us deeper correction or retest the previous low, which is around 1.1. As we can see, the price drop. How deep it can go, whether the price can retest the previous low, we cannot confirm for that. All right. Then whether we should look for buy or sell. That's why when the price was here, I was keep mentioning we wants to give us the price, give us one more drop, because I want to mention the way it's correcting from here. It can, the price can drop from now. If we want to look for trade, we have to get the correction. Okay, but right now, based on forward chart, we don't have any correction and we don't have any reversal. Even when the price was at the top, it doesn't give us any information for the price to drop. But since we see this sharp move and this flat, I mentioned we have to wait. Okay, now mostly we will prefer to look for buy, but we have to get the reversal point. It doesn't mean as of we cannot look for sell. At the short term, we can look for sell. If we see the continuation, we can take the trade. Okay, but for long term, this is what we're looking for. Either the price retest the previous low, or we get any reversal within before the price retest. But as I mentioned, based on forward chart, we don't have any trade setup. And if I move to 1 hour chart, the only thing says we have a divergence. If we see based on MACD and this, the another indicator. Now, again, I need to highlight, still we can look for continuation. We can get the correction as a small flag or a small correction for continuation. This kind of the sell or trade is a short-term trade. We don't add in our analysis, may similar to what we get here. It doesn't mean we cannot look for trade. We can, but it's a short-term. As long as what I mean by short-term, if we get the trade, as long as we get into the profit, we start to manage it. But mostly, we want to see whether we can get the reversal or not. Okay, but before we talk about the reversal, can we expect to get the another correction here, big correction to get the internal flat? We need to be aware of that. Okay, because I don't think we can put this one in relative to this or even this, because this is the first. We cannot put this one as the first move. This is the first correction, and we put this one as the last since we have a divergence. Okay, now for me, I need to see the correction. Then from there, I can make a decision whether I should look for sell or buy. The only thing is sell is a short term. For long term, we look for buy, and for if we get any reversal, we can look for trade. What I mean by the reversal, at least we need to see the sharp move, correction of lag, we take the trade, since we have a divergence. But as I mentioned, based on forward chart, we don't have any reversal point. Even we get the reversal, may not the reversal either from here or the price drop. May is not the one is going to retest the top. May is a short-term trade for give us a bigger correction. Okay, then if we get a trade for reversal for buy, if we get any reversal, then from there we make a decision whether it's a how to manage it. The only thing is I need to highlight here. If we get any trade set up for buy, okay, if we get a trade, if it I mean we enter the trade, after we need to see the continue reversal, or I mean we want to see the price move as a sharp move. Okay, for me, if I get any trade, if I see within 2 to 4 hours maximum is not moving within my direction, I take out the trade. It depends, but in general, all right. That's why if we get any reversal, for example, with a sharp move flag, it depends whether we it depends on the strategy the traders they use, whether they take the trade, I mean the within the flag, or they put their entry above them, above the top. As I mentioned, it depends on them. Because if you refer to here, when I see this move, I mentioned if I want to look for trade, I put my entry above here. Why? Because as we can see, the price drop. I was not then the price didn't take me, and I was not in the trade. But anyone bought within this one, they need to see within 2 or 4 hours if there is no continuation, the price cannot go in their direction. They should start to manage, and if they can, take out the trade in break even. If not, it's better for them to take the trade in a loss, small loss, because if no one take out the trade here right now, they lose more than, all right, what they could lose from here. The only thing is how we can manage the trade. At least if we get a trade, my suggestion is if it's not going in our direction within 2 or 4 hours, if it is not moving, we take out the trade. Again, it depends on the traders, and we cannot put 2 to 4 hours for all the trades. Is in general, okay. And now want to see how we can look for trade. We have to see the correction here, but for long term, still be looking for buy. Okay, can we say the price can drop and retest this low and drop some more? It can happen. We cannot confirm with that because technically we have a flat here, and if we refer to the analysis, the price have to retest the previous low. This is the reasons we're looking for buy, and if we get the buy, we should know where is the target and where is the stop loss. And if it's not moving, we should take out the trade in case the price move against us. All right, in this case we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.